Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here. It is Tuesday, and I have a common charity build. Now, I do beg your forgiveness because there was about 4 cards I had to borrow from other collections, so they're not all going to be matching sleeves. But they are all common. Give you that much. So the goal was I was requested a common charity Exodia build for July 2024, and I wanted to do it a little bit different. I think I did it with Red Eyes last time. I think I've done it with the Destiny Heroes before. I wanted to try sort of like a dragon build with Blue Eyes this time. So first and foremost, we're going to need our win condition. You're going to need the 5 pieces of the Forbidden One. And again, since this is not like pre-ban Time Wizard stuff, we got to obey the current ban list. And the current ban list says you get 1 of each, which I guess is fine. Next up, we are going to need our Blue-Eyes Whitee Dragon. Obviously, he's just changed sleeves. He permanently belongs to this collection anyway. But he's cool. Cool little 8-star dragon. 2 copies, Dragon Spirit of White. Now, you guys may or may not remember this happened during one of the legendary duelists. I think it was season 2. We got some Blue Eyes stuff. This is always considered to be a Blue Eyes. It is 8 stars. It's 25 by 20. This card will be considered a normal while in hand or grave. And while this card is normal or special summoned, target a spell trap the opponent controls, banish it. If your opponent controls a monster, as a quick effect, you may tribute this card to special summon Blue-Eyes Whitee Dragon from your hand. There's a lot of effects here. Yeah, we don't really need him to come back. There are some plays where we can do some stuff with this. This is more or less a body. That said, we're going to use... Oops. It's just 1 copy of Ancients. So this is going to be one of our 1-star Dragon Tuners. This one has the effect once per turn during the end phase. If this is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn, you may special summon 1 Blue-Eyes monster from the deck. This could be the Spirit of White. This helps us with some deck thinning. You can banish this card from the graveyard to then target 1 Blue-Eyes monster in the graveyard and add it to your hand. This will allow us to hand back either of those 5 cards over there. Additionally, you use this effect only once per turn, which is fine. The other one is actually a 3 of. It's going to be 3 copies Whitestone of Legend. So you guys already know we're going to be using trade-ins and cards of consonants. Lots of draw 2s in this deck. The Whitestone of Legend, when sent to the graveyard, adds 1 Blue-Eyes Whitee Dragon from the deck to the hand. The way this should resolve is Chainlink 1 is cards of consonants, Chainlink 2 being the Whitestone of Legends, meaning you get the Blue Eyes out before you draw 2. So you do a bit of deck thinning first, and then you get to draw cards. So again, sort of helps lower the deck count a little bit as you move forward. Since we are going to be semi-vulnerable, you are going to need some attack blockers. So I've got 3 Battle Faders and 3 Swift Scarecrows. When they declare direct attacks, right, yeah, they both end the battle phase. Swift Scarecrow simply goes to the discard pile. Battle Fader will special summon itself to the side of the field. Going to the spells, you are going to use 3 consonants. 1 Day of Peace, which is a 7th battle stop if you want to count it. Each player draws a card, then neither player takes damage until the end of the opponent's next turn. We're also going to pick cards with 3 copies Duality. And we do carry an extra deck so that we can play 3 pots of Extravagance. Again, kind of be careful when you time the play of Extravagance, since a lot of this is drawing instead of adding to hand. It's not always as opportune, but it does fit and do the job when you know you have a battle stop. Next up, the 3 trade-ins as per the usual. Again, we've already got 5 targets up there. And something I just kind of noticed is that Upstart Goblin is back to 3. And honestly, it doesn't matter how many life points the opponent has. Life points that they have is negligible if we get Exodia. So, yeah, I'm going to draw 3 times, and you're going to gain 3,000 hit points. It's going to be great. Now, for the last 4 cards of the deck, and this is something that I've built to where you can sub this out if you don't like it, I'm running 3 Toon Tables of Contents to grab a Blue-Eyes Toon Dragon as an additional trade-in target. I think it was really cool and inspired. It kind of reminded me of like decks where you were playing for spell counters. And I remember that we used to play like 3-tune tables to get into Toon World. And then sometimes you play the Toon World, sometimes you just drop the Toon World. And what it is like if we do the... if we start the turn and we get Pot of Extravagance, we're not allowed to draw that turn. But this allows us that if we get one of these, we can thin the deck by 3 more cards, hold on to a dragon that we can actually discard for the consonants, and then we still have the ability to dig with a Pot of Duality that turn. So it's not that we don't have some options. This is just a different thing. Now, maybe you don't want to play that 4-card package. That's fine. You can always increase the deck with 2 White Stones of Ancients and 2 copies of Reckless Greed. You guys know what these do. These are options. So that is the main deck. If you guys want to take a quick screenshot or pause and make some notes real quick, you guys do you. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little movie magic, and I'm going to get to the extra deck here in just a moment, okay? So do the thing. All right, now for the extra deck. Now, if we're being 100% honest with each other, most of the extra deck is here so we can rip it apart with Extravagance. For the most part, we don't want to play this deck offensively. We do kind of have the option, but if you're going to play offensive, you're not going to be doing it with an Exodia deck. There are way better cards in Common Charity formats for you guys to be able to play, but here are some of my picks. So like the first thing I did, and this is like unrealistic, is 3 copies Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. Again, what do you got? You got 3 level 8s. You could technically do this. If this is Xyz Summon using Galaxy Eyes Photon as any of the materials, negate the effects of all other face-up cards currently on the field. Once per turn, detach material from this. Detach all materials from monsters your opponent controls. Then this gains 500 attack per, and can attack that many times during each battle phase this turn. Generally a game-ending card on its own, plus the fact that it's at 4,500. It's just something that could possibly happen. It doesn't mean it's going to, especially since we're probably not going to get to rip all those effects. 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon, 2 level 8s. This is a little more manageable. You might be able to play this. Once per battle phase, at the start of your battle phase, detach material from this, negate the effects of all face-up monsters currently on the field. Also, their attack and defense become their original attack and defense. So if anybody has anything that's modified by anything, it's going to go up and or back down. During a battle phase, if you activated this effect this turn, each time an opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1,000 attack until the end of the battle phase. Also, you can make a second attack during each battle phase this turn. So again, just kind of another 3,000 point card that you could play. But again, if you've got like 2 Blue-Eyes level cards on the field, chances are they do more damage. So you're just ripping out of your extra deck. And this is just for looks. I also put in a bunch of like goofy links. There's a gravity controller, 2 land Pharynchus, some Steel Star regulators, as if we're going to get to play those, and 3 Underclock Takers. Again, I didn't put too much stock in the extra deck. You guys can if you want. But based on the cards that I currently have sleeved and are in my inventory for Common Charity, this was the best I could do for the extra deck. Again, I only really built it so that I had some cards to throw away for Extravagance. Just is what it is. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. I'm going to get back into doing this. I still love this format. If you guys have any more suggestions, or I might just make another Layer of Darkness update because I love that deck too. Hit me in the comments. Do the things. Support the channel if you liked it. Like, comment, sub. And most importantly, just go out and have an excellent day. Hope to see you guys on the next video, all right? Later.